Ooh, last night's game was a close one, but still celebrating. Let's get into it. I hope you slept sound. Not too sound, though. There were a little things that left us anxious at the end of the game, but last night's game was pretty amazing, right? They put on the crown, for sure, up in Sacktown. Austin Reaves exploded last night, and let's be honest, he had to. It was amazing to watch this guy go off. Farmer's tan and all, wearing the headband this season. He went out there and looked so comfortable. Did a lot of the ball handling for us. Was shooting shots left and right. Guy's always been good, going behind the back, changing his direction, stopping on a dime, being able to shoot up, get under, get fouls. Man, this guy got to the free throw line so much last night and was pretty efficient from the line. Great game from Austin Reaves. Not only did he hit his 500th three-pointer for the team, he was able to get in there and get 51 points. 51 points, 11 rebounds, and 9 rebounds. Almost had himself a triple-double. This guy went off and took the game over. Couldn't have won the game without him because, let's be honest, we are injury-ridden here at the beginning of the season. Without LeBron James and after the second game of the season losing Luka Doncic, it was tough. Going into this game, watching, I was a little nervous. This is a superstar league, and if you don't have your superstars out there, it's going to be hard to win. But this game, our third option became our first option, and he really did well. So thank you so much, Austin Reaves, AR-15. You did so great, man. What an awesome game to watch, and it was awesome to watch your team celebrate you there at the end of the game as well. Got all of that coverage, all of that press, all the microphones in your face up in Sacktown. I'm sure that they hated watching you beat their team. I think everyone was a little nervous watching the start of this game, knowing that we didn't have Luka out there. For the first two games, we didn't have LeBron, and now for this third game on the road, we didn't have Luka. He's out with a finger injury on his left hand, as well as a leg contusion. He will be assessed here soon, and it looks like he'll be out at least a week. LeBron's going to be reassessed at the end of the week, and hopefully we can get some good updates on him. JJ Redick came out saying it was really important for this team to know they can win without those guys, and I think last night's game proved to them, the coaching staff, and the rest of us here watching, that these guys can go out and play great basketball. The energy was phenomenal. Every single player was hustling. Again, beginning of the season, so they all have great energy. They're not tired yet, but it was great to watch them on both sides of the ball. On offense, everyone was moving, and on defense, they were scrambling to pick up. They did a great job. Sacramento was doing really great in the first half from the three-point line. Lakers, not so much, but they picked up. They were able to get to the free throw line, keep it close the entire game. There wasn't big leads here. There wasn't anything dragging at all. They kept up and made it close. The role players were fantastic. Rui, Dalton, and Labaria were on point, up and down the court, making sure that they were hitting shots when they needed to. And I was so impressed last night with DeAndre Ayton. Finally got to see this guy put on an offensive show. Now, mind you, this was a game where he didn't really have to deal with another big from the other team. Sabonis is big enough, I guess, but nowhere near his height. So he was able to get the boards. I loved watching him follow other people's shots, especially his own, to get offensive rebounds and put the ball back in. That's what we need from him on a consistent basis. And if we can get that from him, 15 boards, that's what we need, right? We need ball control. And he's the big guy who can get the ball, get it to the guards, get that going. Division games will always have a higher intensity than any other game, and especially from Sacramento and Phoenix, it feels. Also, the Clippers, but we won't talk about the Clippers. Sacramento, though, has a specific grudge against the LA Lakers. They want to be California's premier team. They're never going to do that, being as close as they are to Golden State, but they always want to come play and show out against the Lakers, especially when we have ex-players on that team. Russell Westbrook, Dennis Schroeder, Malik Monk, all three of them were playing hard last night, and you could tell they wanted to give it to the Lakers, give them a loss, give their home teams a win against the Lakers. The Lakers were able to hold on. It was a team effort for sure, led by Austin Reaves. Westbrook always plays with a chip on his shoulder, no matter where he is. That's what makes him great, but it always feels like that chip is a little dirtier, right, when he plays LA. I know that when he left here, he felt very unappreciated, and I happen to agree with him, but that aside, it was great to go out there and get a win against him. Injuries are always going to be tough for any team in any sport, but especially at the beginning of the season, it's a little nerving. Gabe Vincent went out early with a leg injury and was seen in the locker room wearing a protective boot. I don't want to get you guys too worried, but if we're losing all of our guards, that's not too great, especially that our bigs aren't super strong offensively and can't shoot from the three-point line. Regardless, we need to make sure that this team can adapt and change. They looked great last night without their two superstars. Without Vincent and our major ball handlers, though, it's going to be difficult. So we'll take a look at that and hope that the momentum that they've gained here in these last two games can continue on, especially on this road trip. Quick turnaround tonight for the Lakers as they go into Portland to play the Trailblazers, and hopefully that gives DeAndre Ayton a little bit more fire to get up there and play hard, play big, and play strong, as well as the other guys around him. Every player that goes back to a city that they played for wants to show out and show those fans that they played well. So hopefully Rose City gets to see the Lakers come in and grab a win. So kick back, Lakers fans, and join me tomorrow morning for another The Morning After, where hopefully we can celebrate another road win. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to @Lakers Live Broadcast. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Buckets.